Well, we put an offer in on a home in Wilton that we absolutely loved. I mean, we had fully moved in, which I know you're not supposed to do, but in our minds, we had moved into this house. It was just by far the best house that we had looked at. It was too good to be true because of price, and the house was really small, but the backyard we walked into when we went to go view the house, and it was right up on Abbott Hill. It was very quiet, very serene, huge backyard, fenced in, an acre and a half of property, farmland on all sides, some houses across the street, but you couldn't even see them through the trees. And it just felt like this is the spot. You know, it was small, but it was like just enough of what we needed. And the price was just so good. Again, too good to be true. So we put an offer in. We had a very small escalation clause because we knew it probably was going to go for more than asking. And of course, we found out this morning that it did go, to quote our real estate agent, it went for substantially more than asking, and they waived all inspections. So we lost. It's hard. Burnt. This one stings, but it's okay. You know, we're moving on. But yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. Also, what makes it so bittersweet is right now in our neighborhood, they are in Milford. They're ripping up all of the piping because I guess there's asbestos in it. I think I've talked about this before on this channel, but they're tearing up all of the street. It's been kind of a disaster. They started this in maybe May, I think early May, and it's been going on. Originally was just supposed to be one street, and then it sort of spread into all these other streets, and they seem like they're redoing sections of it because they're paving, then they rip it up, then they pave it again. And we talked to somebody else who lives in the area, who lives on that main street that originally got like more of the announcement, more of the information, and I guess they're on their second or third company that is doing this, like construction company that is doing this road thing, and it's just a nightmare. But what is like, I don't even care, but I care now because we've been dealing with this nightmare, because every day there's like, they've got roads closed and there's trucks going up and there's beeping, and it like, you know, I work from home, so all day long I'm hearing construction outside. And there's this, so the woman who lived in this home before us, she was a big gardener, like really big into, you know, plants, I guess. She had a really extensive garden here and all this. And there's these two trees that sit on this sort of like road parking section that I don't think is necessarily part of our property. I assume it's sort of like a easement, but it's an inlet off of the road that we use for additional parking. And there's these two very beautiful dark pine trees that sit there. And there's this other woman who I theorize was friends with the woman who worked here, because her house is also beautifully gardened. And that woman has come by this house on more than 2 occasions to talk to myself, Sam, my mom, about how those trees are extremely expensive and there's vines that are going up them that will eventually kill those trees, and how we need to protect them because they're very rare and they're very expensive. And we're not those kind of people. I mean, I've cut the vines off of those things a few times, but I'm not going to break my back to go cut the vines off of these trees because ultimately I don't care all that much. But they're very objectively very beautiful pines. I don't know what kind of pine trees they are. Maybe you can identify them. But we go out and they've been storing these big metal flat, like big heavy steel plates that they used to cover some of these holes while they're working on them so you can drive over them, I guess. I don't know. But they without our consent or asking, which I guess is an easement, so it's not like it's against their right, I guess, or I'm assuming, but they've been storing these plates and they've been picking them up and moving them and then coming and putting them back all day long. And today we noticed as we walked by that they have completely, one of those plates, or multiple times, they have completely destroyed those trees. They've uprooted one of them and they've done significant damage to the bark on another one. So they're both leaning really hard. And I don't even care about these trees, but seeing that was a little obnoxious because I'm like, hey, those are expensive trees. Those are really rare. How dare you? And anyway, it's just annoying. Like, we lost our water today without any heads up, and our water's just been like brown on and off since they've started this. And again, I know that they're doing this work to remove asbestos. They've done this kind of pipe work in other parts of the town, and those parts, because we have friends that live on one of these sections that they've done this to a couple summers ago. and they just have permanent brown water now. I don't think it's bad water. I think it's just full of dirt, I assume. But yeah, I don't know. It's just obnoxious. I get it. Like, it's a net positive. I have to assume that they're doing it the right way, although I'm sure it's riddled with its own version of small town corruption. I know it's going to go all summer. It's probably going to go pretty much till the first snowfall, because at this rate, they're not making a significant amount of progress from what the layman, I like myself, who's uneducated in this, can see. But yeah, just kind of obnoxious. So that's what's going on there. Anyways, back to the house hunting thing. We're still onward and upward, as our realtor always says. We're looking at another house, but I think we're coming to a close as the summer comes to a close, and the market is going to more or less come to a hibernation state until next spring. Also, my son is going into kindergarten here, so obviously we don't want to pull him out of school mid-year. The goal was, if we were going to do this, let's do it before the school year, but we're not in any big rush. Yeah, I mean, unless something really, really immaculate comes through, I think we're here for another year, which is okay. But we got really excited about this one house. We have not been there's the Franklin house we fantasized about. We had this Franklin house that we really fantasized about because we really love the house. The location of Franklin is just, while if I was like a single young man, or if it was just Sam and I, we would probably live up there. But when you have kids, it's just not their school system is a complete nightmare and a complete mess. So we ultimately couldn't do it, but the house is really nice. Anyways, outside of that, and even that, we were excited about the house, but we knew it wasn't something that we really could do. This was just a situation that was perfect. I mean, you're always measuring against thorns. That, like, every house has its wart or its thorn, and you're just kind of like, well, what's the wart or what's the thorn that you can't take or go against? And this one had the benefits so outweighed the cons of the house pretty dramatically, and so it stung a little bit. But I think, like I said to Sam even before, because I kind of knew we weren't going to get it just because it was too good of a house. I'm like, there's no way this little gem is just going to fall into our lap for this price point. Like, I think they undervalued the house. I knew it was going to go for more than asking, but how much is like a gamble. I mean, you don't want to overpay for the home, but at the same time, you just don't know what other people are going to be seeing. You don't know if people are going to see what you're seeing, but I was pretty confident that house was too good to be true. And what was I saying? I don't know. It was just a great home. I said I was pretty confident we're not going to get this house, even though we want it. But I said, you know what, we will. We're not going to get it, and it's going to hurt, but it's going to be a really good lesson for us. And it was. I realize I can say very confidently, having looked at lots of houses, having looked on Zillow of what things go for, what they're selling for, having been a part of this process, I can tell you that yes, houses, if you are going to buy a house, you should expect to pay over asking. Nothing is underbidding right now, unless it is super far away or needs a ton of work. But if you are in a reasonable bubble around the sort of southern New Hampshire metropolitan area, if you will, if you are in a reasonable radius from that, about an hour, and the house is livable and not something that needs a ton of work before you can live in it, you should absolutely expect to pay over asking. That, I think, is just the unfortunate reality. It's a brutal free market right now for home ownership, and onward and upward.